Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, T-Bone, from the Luns B Show with T-Bone and Chick Brew. It's Friday night. It's 6 o'clock. That means it's time for the WARNO. Coming to you every Friday night, we talk to you about things happening in, around, near the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area. We do it on the Talk of the Ticks. We do it on the Book of Faces, and the Grams of Insta, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how things work. So that's what we do. And what do we do? Hello. I see people watching. They're watching out there. The WARNO lasts the length of one beer. Basically, every Friday night, I have a beer with my friends and my farting phone. That's what we do every Friday night. The beer is donated to us by listeners and viewers. Every week we try a different beer, a beer we've never tried before. Today's beer, mercy, I stopped making noises. Today's beer is donated to us by our friend Beer Snob Dave. Beer Snob Dave appreciates Dogfish Head Brewing Company, craft brewery. They're out of Delaware, and apparently you can go to their brewery and enjoy their food. Apparently, the Dogfish Head Craft Brewery place also has tasty and delicious food. I'm not going to be able to keep up with your comments, so bear along with me. Again, the WARNO lasts the length of one beer, so we got to start the timer. And in order to start the timer, Beer Snob Dave says we have to pour the beer in a glass. Because according to Beer Snob Dave, we're humans, not animals. We are not Neanderthalic anymore. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Not only is Dogfish Head Craft Brewery, this is their 90-minute IPA, an Imperial Indian Pale Ale. This has got a kick to it, son. You can catch it in the, I don't know the words. I don't know the sommelier words in the notes. You could smell that there's some strength into this beer. Again, this is the 90-minute IPA from Dogfish Head Brewing Company out of Delaware. He told me the name of the place. I should have remembered it. It sounds like a whores at the beach. Rahor then went in. I don't know. But let's start the timer and get on with tonight's show. That's 9% alcohol by volume. And you taste it. How strange is that? That's got a nice, level bite. Like there's, when you drink a beer and you don't know there's alcohol in the beer, like this could be tea or water. Natural light. You're drinking a beer when you drink the 90-minute pale ale from the Dogfish Head Brewing Company out of Delaware. That's as with almost every beer that's donated to me, my first initial inkling is like, okay, that tastes like a beer. And then about halfway through, I'm like, oh, it's really not a bad beer. And then when I get towards the end, I'm like, that's a really good beer. Maybe that'll happen tonight. I don't know. Let's talk about, now hold on. Did you notice that I inhaled deeply before the first sip? I was made aware of that this evening. I noticed me taking it all in, using my olfactory senses to smell what the rock was cooking before putting it in my gullet. And I probably do that a lot more than I think. I'm now aware. I've just become aware of my olfactory senses. The power of my olfactory senses. All right, let me tell you. Every Friday night we come to you and we tell you about things happening in and around the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area. The greater Harrisburg metropolitan area is defined by the Casino Bermuda Triangle, or the Casino Triangle that I live in. The York Hollywood Casino, the Grantville Hollywood Casino, and the Shippensburg Hollywood Casino. That's all 3 points. If it's happening within that radius, I'm going to tell you about it. It's usually comedy related. And this weekend, no different, baby. We're talking about comedy. Hello, Roger. Hello, Andrew. Good to see you both out there. Tonight, 110 Limekiln Road. That's exit 40B off Interstate 83 in the great state of Pennsylvania at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone. Round 3 of the Harrisburg's Funniest Competition. If you didn't come for round 1, and if you didn't come for round 2, don't miss out on round 3. Or don't miss out on round 4. Here's the details for round 3. It starts tonight. Doors open at 7:30. Show starts at 8. We have 13 comedians on the docket. It's a little bubblier than I expected. We have 13 comedians on the docket. I know a lot of these comedians, and they are very funny people. You're going to have a great time. It's $10 that gets you in the door, cash at the door. Or you can reserve your tickets in advance by paying electronically by going to Harrisburg Comedy Zone, one word, harrisburgcomedyzone.com, or hbgcomedyzone.com. Either one of those work. You can go on there, you can reserve your tickets, you can look them up on Facebook, you can go to the Eventbrite. There's a ton of ways you can do it. But at the door, it's cash. And if you don't have cash, there's an ATM machine right over there, sweetie. Just take yourself over there. Or there's a lottery machine right over there. Go take your chances. Maybe that's what you need. Tonight's lineup, the 13 comedians performing tonight for your vote. You are going to be, if you come to the show, you're a judge. Now, it's only $10 to get in, and if you want to get in for free, pay attention. Here are the comedians performing tonight, soon, in less than 2 hours away. Clarence Nixon is going to start us off. Spark Tabor, Matt Blank, Andrew P. Raymer, Dalton Gross, Kwame Kume, Craig Paul, Bill Sands, Will Sparks Jr., Jesse James Martin, Michael Beavers, and Dylan Gaffney. That's the Baker's Dozen that's performing tonight, the Harrisburg Comedy Zone, located at 110 Limekiln Road. Doors open at 7:30, show starts at 8, and it's $10 to get in the door. Or you can take my money, okay? I will pay for you to get into the show. Many of you who said, I would like to go out to the show. And I want to remove all obstacles from that happening. And I say, come on out to the show. Well, I don't want to spend. Don't worry about I will take care of it. Come. If you walk up to the desk at the Comedy Zone in Harrisburg tonight and do this, follow along with me. There's a procedure, okay? You walk up to the person that's taking the money and you check your 6. Both sides. You lean in and you whisper, T-Bone sent me. And you're in. You're in. That's all you got to do. Lean in, say T-Bone sent me, and the person there is going to be like, T-Bone sent you? Go ahead. You're good. Go ahead. That's what they're going to do. Now, they're only going to do that for the first, I don't know, half a dozen people. However many I decide, if the numbers are looking good, maybe I'll throw down a couple of more bones. But there'll be a point where I stop paying for people to get in. And you're going to go, and you're going to check your 6, both sides, and you're going to lean in, and you're going to say, T-Bone sent me. And they're going to be like, who is this T-Bone you talk about? Who is this? Get out of here. And then you would have to pay your $10. Or find me, and I'll pay the $10. I'm not going to let you fail, okay? I have done this 2 years in a row. I have put it out there. Come on down. I'll get you in. And all of you who've said you want to, never do. So I have no hope tonight will be any different. But I can tell you, I'll be on the stage. Maybe that'll motivate you to come on out to the Harrisburg Comedy Zone, located at 110 Limekiln Road, exit 40B on Interstate 83, the great state of Pennsylvania. Maybe that'll do it. But what am I doing on stage? Am I competing? Huh? Am I hosting? Huh? Am I stripping? Anything is possible. But it's going to happen tonight. Doors open at 7:30. Show starts at 8. 110 Limekiln Road. That's in the little subsection there of New Cumberland. Interstate 40B, right off Interstate 83. In the Boomerang Hotel, Casino, Restaurant, Sports, Entertainment Complex. It's all there. That's your Friday night. Is there anything else going on Friday night? There is. But I don't want to tell you about it. Why? Not because I don't love and support my friend Karen Kay. I wanted to do an amazing job down at the Parks Casino tonight. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. Free. But I want you at the Comedy Zone. So I'm not going to push Karen's show. I'm not going to tell you any more about Karen K's show. But I am going to tell you she's a very funny lady. And she's beautiful. Very funny and beautiful. Remember, you got to say it in that order anytime you introduce a female comedian. Even if they're horrid, you have to say those words. All right, that's your Friday night. I'm going to take a sip. I'm going to check your comments, and then we'll talk about your Saturday. I like this one, Dave. It's a good one. I like it. 9% alcohol by volume. That's a lot of alcohol by volume for a beer. He likens this to a campfire where you sit around a campfire in a relaxing chair, and you don't want to drink a lot of beer because you got to get up and go pee, and you don't want to drink bourbon because you don't want to get fit-chased. So you drink one of these, a little 9% alcohol by volume, 90-minute pale ale, dog head fish, Delaware. Checking your comments. Where is Zeus? He is taken care of. Crash out. Okay. Brenda. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Roger. Hello, everyone. James Taney's watching. And that means the entire Taney family is watching. Like in the olden days when they sat around the radio, the Taney family does that with me. They gather the kids and they sit down and get near an electronic device and watch me talk. Moving on. Saturday. Your Saturday. I have no community service events to put out. Normally, I try to find the fire department somewhere out there doing something. I try to put that up, but I got none. So it's all about Saturday night. 110 Limekiln Road, the Harrisburg Comedy Zone. You can find them online at hbgcomedyzone.com or harrisburgcomedyzone.com. One word. Again, $10 gets you in the door. Let's be clear. On both nights, I'll get you in. Okay? Both nights I'll get you in. I'll get your spouse in. I'll get your friend in. I'll get the chick on the kiss cam that's in front of you like this. I'll get her in. But they got to ask. They got to check their six. They got to lean in and they got to say, T-Bone sent me. And as long as there's still tickets available, you're in like Flynn. Let me tell you who's on the lineup Saturday night. Are you ready? These are some great ones. Here we go. Starting off with Triple A, or as he calls himself, or as someone else calls him, hey, it's Triple A. Wait until you see him. He's followed up by Ali Asif, Mr. Midnight, Bodie Wilson, Alex Lean, Sean Light, Zach Jack, Nathan Scahill, Larry Luby, Damian Nopolis, and Parker Brown. That's everybody performing. That's 11 comics performing Saturday night. 13 Friday night, 11 Saturday night. Again, you're the judge. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have a good time. Baby, don't you worry. So yeah, that's Friday night. That's Saturday night. Those are the only comedy things happening in the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area, with the exception of Karen K down there at the Parks Casino. Shh, don't tell anybody. We want them in the Comedy Zone, all right? That's what we want, everybody. There's your Friday night. There's your Saturday night. Moving into Sunday, there is no Grand Prix this Sunday. It is time for the summer break. The next time we talk about Grand Prix will be Frankenchamp's Spa there in Belgium. That's next week. So what else is happening on Sunday? I'm glad you asked. 10:30 Sunday mornings every week. We do this thing called The Supplemental. I didn't like that. It carried a little too long. Let's try again. Take two. The Supplemental. On the Supplemental, we do three things. We talk about your national days of the week. We tell you about a comedy, a community, or charity event that we're supporting. And we wrap it up with This Week in History, trivia style. And it's a good time. It's a fun way to start your Sunday. That's live, 10:30 on the Book of Faces, the Tots of Ticks, and the Grams of Insta. And Periscope, if that thing still exists. So there's your Friday, there's your Saturday, there's your Sunday. Is there anything else going on throughout the week, T-Bone? There is. And let me tell you, it's hot outside, okay? So on Tuesday nights and on Thursday nights, go into the air-conditioned Comedy Zone. On Tuesday nights, we do this thing I call a local mic. And these are more experienced comedians doing more time to a smaller room. It's a fun time watching comedy be created live and in person. And it's a very comfortable setting. No one's going to pick on you. No one's going to harm you. It's a good time. Come on out on a Tuesday and check it out. On Thursday nights, our local mic, is our open mic. You can see is upwards of 40 comedians doing comedy, all right? And out of 40, somebody's going to make you laugh. You're going to have a good time. The wonderful thing about the Comedy Zone is the prices inside the club are the same as the prices outside the club. The food inside the club is the same food as the outside the club. They do a wonderful job of taking care of us, the customers, inside the Comedy Zone. So there's your Friday, your Saturday, your Sunday, your Tuesday, your Thursday. That's all I got, man. That is all I got. And I got a lot of beer left. And I have to go because I am going to be there. Again, remember, let's take a sip and check your comments, and I'll take a sip and I'll remind you what you got to do to get in for free. By the way, if you're on 581 and you're stuck in traffic because of construction, check out the billboard, okay? And if you see the babies, you know we were thinking about you. Looking at the comments real quick. The Tainies are headed to the pool, but they were watching. Hi, Van. Tim is watching. Hey, Timmy. Timmy's going to help us get through the rest of today's beer. And we're going to do it the old-fashioned way, with little ship's captain and crew. I believe I'm up $2, and you're down $2. Want to earn one back? Let's take it for a run. Here we go. You go first. You got a 6. You got no 5. You got no 4. This is called Ship's Captain Crew. You must get 6, 5, and 4 in order. And then the last 2 die is your number, your point. You did not get a 5. You did not get a 4. Your last roll, only a 4. No point. All I got to do is make point. I got a 6. I got 2 5s, but I only need 1. Very bubbly. Roll number 2. Is there a 4? There is a total of 4. A 2 and 2 of 1s, but not a individual 4. I got a 4. I got a 5. I got a 1. My point is 6. I'm up to dollar number 3. That's how we spend every Friday night. We get together for a very short period of time. We talk about things happening in and around the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area. I drink a beer, and at the end, I cheers to you, my friends. I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you were a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Brew sends her love. Cheers along with me as we go into the weekend. Arriba, e bajo, e centro, e pa dentro. I'm going to need a designated driver to get to the club. That thing's got some kick, yo. Have a great weekend, everybody. Stay safe. See you Sunday morning or tonight or tomorrow night for the